Hey guys, how's it going? This is Tim, bringing you guys Daily Deals with Tim, where I talk about tech, crypto, and stock deals, all for you guys. And before I begin, this is my personal opinion and not financial advice. Today, we're going to go through the cryptocurrency market and see what movements these coins are going through and some possible information about them. On the month of November of 2017. So let's begin. So we look at the market cap first. It's at 238 billion. Pretty crazy on how fast it's growing, especially because a couple months back when the China FUD hit, it went down to, I believe, around 110 billion, maybe even lower, but this is a crazy amount of growth. Also, the 24-hour volume is at almost $8 billion. And I remember right after the China FUD, the volume hit its all-time high at 11 billion. But nowadays, 11 billion is sometimes, like, I think a couple of days ago I saw 11 billion. So that volume is increasing by the days. I could feel it. I could see it as well. Also, Bitcoin dominance is at 56.1%, kind of balancing out back to the 50% mark. It did go all the way to, I think, 60 something percent when all the alts were down and Bitcoin was rising, but I think it's kind of balancing out again. So good to see. So Bitcoin is at $8,025 with a volume of 3.2 billion, and we had a 3.69% increase over the 24 hours. So Bitcoin at $8,000. Let me just sit upon that idea, or that, I guess, fact. Now, it is really good to see that Bitcoin is getting up there really high, but I also have a kind of a devil's advocate in my back of my mind, because I know that cryptocurrency is going to be for the future. The blockchain technology and so many different dApps and applications that can be built on top of it is limitless. However, I do think, at least for the price of cryptocurrencies, that can be a little bit better balanced out. And I think this kind of growth of Bitcoin, it's driven by a financial opportunity of the people. So all these people, and I feel like so many of them don't know what cryptocurrency is about. They don't know what they're investing into other than that they see the price increase every day. And they keep hearing, oh, this is a great investment. This is a great investment. It's going to go double the next year, triple the year after that. And that's all they hear. Now, what that brings is new investors are good, but it brings kind of a shaky investors where they come in and they want to see everything grow. So if it doesn't, then they might pull out, they might sell. They don't trust the cryptocurrency, but they just see the price and make their actions and emotional decisions based on it. I feel like this kind of growing community of people that's what really drives the volatility of these cryptocurrencies. And I just think the prices are getting way too high. Now, I might be wrong when, let's say next year when Bitcoin goes up to $20,000, I might be like, man, I should have put in more money at $8,000. But I'm not really sure right now, because once it hits 10K, I think that's going to be a real decision making for a lot of people, because as much as I want to put more money into it, there is a possibility of pullback and heavy correction as well. Maybe even 50% down or even lower. Now, I'm not trying to cause FUD around here, but I'm just saying you do need to be careful of what you invest into, because this is a volatile market. And sometimes it doesn't always go up. like a couple months back, we had almost a month of straight downwards, and people were investing into it, and the next day it went down, and just constant cycles of this. And so just be careful of what you invest into, how much you invest, and you should only invest what you can afford to lose. So I'm heavily against taking out loans to invest into cryptocurrencies or anything. So just I advise, or if it was me, what I do is I just invest my own money that I can afford to lose, but it would be great to make profit out of it, and that's what I do. So kind of a long rant based on Bitcoin, but that could be applied for any cryptocurrencies that you want to invest into. All right, so let's go next. Ethereum is at $355, so it's pretty crazy because I saw Ethereum kind of hovering from 300 to 320 around there, and I felt like Ethereum was going to drop a bit more, maybe to 250, but it's actually going on a pretty constant rise, which is interesting. Now, I'm kind of in a neutral position on Ethereum, but I definitely do want to do more research on it and form a better opinion on it. Right. Now, Bcash is at 1,200. Now, there has been kind of a split sides to Bcash because some people like it. Ooh, sorry about that. Some people like it because I think people who like it is because they want to make profit out of it. There is a possibility that Bcash might go up 30-40% next year, and if they can profit out of it, they'll invest into it. But there's also the other side where they don't agree with it fundamentally, and they think, or it is simply a copy of Bitcoin, and they are trying to be Bitcoin themselves, or at least advertise themselves as Bitcoin, which I do not agree with. There's only one Bitcoin, and that is to be a decentralized peer-to-peer currency that is formed through this kind of community-like relationship, not by a centralized miner and influencers. So that's just something that I think about these days. Now, next, skipping Ripple. I don't really like Ripple. Okay, now Litecoin. It's at 71.49. Now, compared to its all-time highs, this is not that high because Litecoin reached 100 a couple months back. So this is not breaking their all-time highs yet, but I do see a consistent growth. As stable Litecoin is, it is growing at a pretty good pace right now. So I did post a video about Litecoin saying that maybe 1 month back or a couple weeks back, I was saying, is this the signal for Litecoin to rise? And I was kind of right, because Litecoin right now, it's on a upwards path. But one thing that I realized with Litecoin is that you don't know when it's going to go up. It might be consistent, stable for a couple of days and rise, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. I don't know when Litecoin is going to rise, but all I know is that Litecoin is always stable. There is no heavy drops and heavy rises, maybe except for during the couple months back during China FUD, because there was a lot of Litecoin holders in China, and I could kind of understand why they would sell their Litecoin, because the government is regulating it and heavily regulating it. But anyways, I still think Litecoin is a great investment in my opinion, because it is faster than Bitcoin, lower fee than Bitcoin, has confidential transaction coming up real soon, has SegWit, and they are building Lightning Network on top of it. Also, atomic swap coming up through the Lightning Network, so that you don't need an exchange, but simply use atomic swap to go from Litecoin to Bitcoin, Litecoin to Vertcoin, and so on. So it has great tech, great community, great leader. I think just overall Litecoin is a very good investment to make. Maybe, I don't know at the price right now, but yeah, I still think overall in general, Litecoin is a great investment. Let's see, Neo has been rising up the last couple of days because they announced that they're going to be releasing a big news in 3 days. However, there was kind of a FUD spreading, counteracting that good news. So it's been going back down and kind of really volatile the past couple of days. Now, IOTA, I haven't talked about IOTA at all in this channel. It's at 92 cents, and I believe it was hovering around 38 cents even a couple months back. So pretty crazy on its growth. And I can kind of see why, because IOTA uses, it doesn't use a blockchain, but it uses something called system called Tangle, and it apparently has no transaction fees and has some pretty cool features. So I might look into it later, but I just have too many crypto to look at, and ones that I already invested into that I don't really see it as a potential investment, at least on my part, but it might be an interesting crypto to kind of study and research. All right, so going down the list, now Lisk is at 980. After the boom, it's kind of staying around this $9 to $10 area. Pretty cool. It's at 1.1 billion market cap right now. I remember when Lisk went all the way down to like 600 million market cap, and it's over a billion now. Pretty crazy stuff. They do have rebranding and SDK alpha release soon, so I'm pretty excited for that. But one thing with Lisk is that I really want to see actual products made on Lisk. They have great promises with JavaScript and the large team, and they're working with many partnerships out there like Lightcurve and I think Microsoft and some possible Google connections too. But I really want to see like a decentralized app built on top of Lisk and working. Now we might see that maybe next year or the year after that, but once I see those kind of things happening, I'll be kind of more assured that this is the way to go. Possibly the next Ethereum or a better Ethereum, but right now I cannot say that because they do not have a decentralized application built on top of it, but I still see a very good potential for Lisk. Now, going down the list, not the Lisk. Another interesting coin that I've seen. Wait, what the heck? Now, Power Ledger. I believe it was like more than 100 down the list. Now it's at 33. I think today I saw it at 48. And it just went to 33 right now. Pretty crazy. If you look at this increase, 83% today with a parabolic increase here. Now, Power Ledger is a kind of an energy trading platform, I think, and it's like buying electricity through tokenization, something like that. I haven't dug too much into it, but it's a very interesting concept. And one thing that I see is that a lot of YouTubers are kind of endorsing this coin, and I can see why it's very popular right now. But I still do not see how this works. I don't understand the concept of it, how that electricity transfer from one person to another works. Something I might have to do more research on, but in the later future. But crazy how it's growing right now. And going down the list, last one I'm going to talk about because I'm making this a little too long. TenX. Now, TenX had a little increase today, back to $1.82 from $1.60-ish, where it was kind of stabilizing around there. Pretty cool stuff. Its market cap went down a little bit to 190 million, but I think it was stabilizing around 220 million market cap a couple months back. So it hasn't really changed much, but there has been a lot more cryptos that is going up. But I still think TenX is doing great. They, especially on the Reddit section, I have seen a lot more people saying that they received their cars, they're using it. And I think once TenX comes to US, I'm gonna order one too. See if I can get one and use it in time. But anyways, I still think they're a great investment, especially at this low. Because I remember investing into TenX when it was like $4. Man, I don't know. I didn't know this would happen, but still holding on. I'm hodling everything. I might make profit later on down the line, but for now, just holding everything on. And TenX do have their live Q&A session going on Tuesday this week. So if you guys want to, check out their YouTube channel. They release some very great information to you guys and some other stuff as well. So yeah. Now, I went through pretty much all the coins that I like, and a couple of them I invested into. Another one that I interested in is Kyber Network. They're making kind of a decentralized exchange, but directly from your wallet to the exchange, so that you don't have to kind of deposit your fund to this centralized exchange and go from there, but you're kind of secure with your own wallet. Pretty cool concept. I would like to see them actually release their product. I think that's going to be on Q1 2018. So by next year, we'll see how that works. Now, there's one more cryptocurrency that I have been really interested in, and I actually invested in it today. But I'm going to save it for the next video because I think it is a very has a lot of potential, and it has something that no other cryptocurrency has. Now that said, this is simply my opinion, but I'll be sharing that on the next video. So if you guys want to take a crack at it, make a guess and see if you can get it, and I might do a little reward later on down the line if you get it right. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like button, comment below, and smash that subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, check out my links below, and I really appreciate that. And as always, I'll bring you guys more deals on Daily Deals with Tim.